All right, what's up, guys? So right now we got story time with Marcopflores, Marco P. Flores. Um, so I want to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Uh, I'm at story time when I got kicked out of high school, and I've been boxing my whole life, guys. I've been boxing since I was like, boxing has been part of my life forever, man. I, like to be honest, sometimes I don't know what I would do without boxing. It's brought me so much pain, so much happiness, and it just made me the person I am today. Uh, what's it called? It has it has built character in me. It has built a lot of good traits, hard work, yada yada yada. Right. So I was okay, man. It was just so I started. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis. So of when I got kicked out, right? So I was probably I'm gonna start off my sophomore year. So I was probably 15. Um, 15. This is when stuff started not going my way. I was probably 16 as I just said. um, but yeah, man, I remember. Yeah, so sophomore year. Let me try to remember the teacher. Shout out to the teachers. Who was my teacher sophomore year, man? Sophomore, man, I don't even remember who was my teacher, man. Damn, it's been that long. It's been that long, bro. Uh, damn, darn. Man, I actually don't remember who were my teachers for sophomore year. Oh yeah. I remember. Okay, I'm starting. So we had a teacher for religion class, cause I went to a Catholic school. Um, yeah. So we had a religion class. Our teacher was he was a guy. I forgot his name, man. Damn. And I forgot his name. Mm, who was our teacher? Yes, man. But anyway, I can't remember the teachers, to be honest. I think Miss Segovia was one of them, and then Miss Rincon for Spanish class. That was a class. Yeah, that was dope class. A dope class. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So that's when things weren't going my way. But in boxing, okay, with boxing, um, when I first started out boxing, uh, it was hard. Like it wasn't how to, like it was hard for me actually. Um, but I would keep on going. I would keep on going. So I would keep on going, right? And I would keep on going, and I would never give up. So I would always get into tough sessions, and then I would I would keep on going no matter what the results were. Um, I would just keep on going, and even though if the sparring session wouldn't go my way, I would just be like, nah, we're gonna keep on going. And then I hit my junior year, uh, but in school, but in high school, my classes were declining. So there, man, and it was just I would always go to the counselors at that time, and they would be like, "What's up with you, Marco? Why aren't you doing one class?" That was towards my end of my year, right? So I hit my junior year, and then I had like a couple amateur fights. I had like probably five, six, and then I won most of them, and yeah, like at this point when I was 16, I was just like I was getting there. Like I was like, damn, the hard work has paid off. I can't believe it, because I would always have tough sessions when I was younger, 14, 15, and then when I turned 16, it was just like, and my bad if I get the age wrong, because I didn't write down the story. I'm just getting it off my head. You get me? Okay. And so when I was 16, it was easier. It's getting easier. Obviously, boxing is really hard, but it was getting easier. Like, damn, okay, I'm touching this guy up. This guy has more fights, 30 fights, 40, and then I'm actually, I'm actually, I'm actually doing really good. So, and then I was getting good results at the fight. So that's where it counts, right? I was like, damn, okay, and man, so I had a good little record. You get me? I was in my amateur fights. I was doing good, and my grades were declining. I was just like, damn God, like they would always send me to the counselor. The counselor would always be like, especially my junior year, he would always be like, what's up with you, Marco? Like, why aren't you doing well? Because I would always get C's, D's, and the F's, and I was an intellectual person. I was very curious. Um, it wasn't that I didn't try. It was just I felt like I needed to adapt to the whole routine, because I would wake up. So I wake up around, and I still do. I still have a very similar routine, but 3:30 to go run every other day. Um, so Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays before school, and then my mom will make me my breakfast. Um, so it would be turkey bacon, some protein pancakes, and then some eggs, and with some Trader Joe's ketchup, I believe, or the Haynes one. Uh, but it would be the one with cane sugar, the green Haynes one, and what's it called? What's it called? And then I'll go to school. I would have to run it quick. Like, it would be like an hour, like 1 hour and 10 minutes, and then I had to do it quick. Take a little shower, take a 2 minute shower. Boom, 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 boom. Get ready for school, eat, and then I had to go take the bus. And we take the bus, and then it would be like the school bus, so it was cool. So we take the school bus, and then I go to school. I'll be tired, but I sleep on the bus, and then I'll get to school early. We will get to school like at 7. So we started school at SG. Shout out to St. Genevieve High School. We started SG at 8:30, so it was cool. I could finish homework, and I tried, man, to finish my homework. I really did, but I just had problems not adapting to the schedule of school and boxing at the same time, and it kind of sucked, because I feel like in a way school was against me. It wasn't, but that's just how I felt. I had so much anger towards school, like I just had so much anger in me. That's why when I went into the fights, I didn't have any friends, and I still don't have a lot of friends. But now it's because I don't. That just like I just focus on my boxing, and that's it. Before, I didn't like people didn't really want to talk to me. You get me? Uh, yeah, like, but it was cool. I mean, I didn't really, but that gave me all that pus, all that anger. You get me? So, and and it still does, because I'm that same kid. Like, I got a lot of anger. A little different now, because I see the world different. But and from my past, like, I'll never forget where I come from and stuff. And I'm gonna cover other parts of my life, um, obviously. But for now, this is just the story time of this. I still remember like so they took me to a psychologist, yeah, in the school, and he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Nothing, bro. Like, I just can't. Like, these fools would try to confuse me. Like, they'll be like, "What's up with you?" Like, they'll tell me some stuff. Like, I'll be like, "What?" Like, I'm fine, bro. You feel me? Like, I'm fine. Like, just the fact that I can't. It's hard for me to adapt to my sport and my school, academia. Doesn't mean that something's wrong with me. You get me? It's just difficult doing both. So, cause I didn't have time to hang out with my friends. You get me? And I still don't have time to hang out with my friends, but it's cool. And so like I would have to go to the gym. Like we would do my school project, but I was like, man, I gotta go to the boxing gym, bro. I can't stay with you guys. uh, Shout out to my homie Ellie, my homie Diego from freshman year, and yeah, you know, Jamie. Shout out to Jamie, Probja, man. And then I remember the end of my junior year at SG, they kicked me out basically to tell me, you know, my credits, because I was actually, I think I was, if I'm not mistaken, I was the out of 145 students in our class, I might have been 144 or 145. Uh, but that didn't stop me. I was like, I'm a very inquisitive person, and I knew that from what boxing has taught me, just because I would show up to class and I would really try, doesn't mean that I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna get my bachelor's degree, whatever. And boxing had taught me that, because when I was a freshman, when I was in eighth grade, boxing didn't come easy, but it took time. It took time to get to the level I am now. And at the time, I didn't really care about that. I was just a kid trying to box, and I really had like, it was just fun. I didn't really care about improving. I mean, I did obviously, but over time, I was like, damn, I can't believe I got this good. You get me? Um, that's what boxing taught me, and I was like, what boxing has taught me, that never give up. Like, things are gonna come if you keep working. And then so I got kicked out, and then I went to another high school. It was Pacific Hills, I believe. It's like this fancy high school. Cause at the time my parents had this good job, really good job. So we're not rich or anything. Like we had a lot of problems at the house. You get me? Pacific Hills, and one of my closest friends, best friends, who grew up with me. Shout out to Andrew. And so that's where I went. And then I just like, at the time it was just like, damn, like they kicked me out of the high school. I was bummed out. You feel me? Who wouldn't be bummed out? I was like, they're trying to take me away from my boxing. Like I remember my pops, my mom, and like they were like, we're gonna take you out of boxing. And I was just like, I was mad. I was just mad at the world. I was like, man, how are you gonna try to take me away from the only thing that makes me happy? You get me? And I was just like, fudge this, fudge that. You get me? And I'm like, what's the point of you trying to take me out of boxing if that's the only thing that makes me happy? You get me? I had a lot of anger in me, and I went to I went to Pacific Hills, and then they told me, you know what, you're not gonna be a senior because of your credits, how behind you are. And I was like, oh man, here we go again. And then they pushed me back, so I got held back 2 years. So nobody knew in the class though, just me. And obviously I still look kind of young. Uh, so I was a sophomore. I was like 17, and it's a long video, guys. So I mean, shout out to everybody who's been watching. Um, but yeah, and then so I was a sophomore. Well, all my homie Andrew, he was a senior, and I was just like, I was bummed out. I was like, damn, I can't even talk to him. And at the time, I was very extroverted. No, I was very introverted. I was very introverted. I wasn't very gregarious. Like, hey, what's up? You get me? And like I would just talk about philosophy, man. And I still like I'm a very deep thinker, but at the time it was just like, damn, I was pissed. I was pissed at the world. You get me? Uh, man, because my parents couldn't understand me. They were just like, they kind of took me out of they took me away from boxing. My dad was like, we're gonna take you out of boxing. And I was just I was mad. I was like, you know what? And then I hated that school too, man. I hated Pacific Hills. I hated that school. It was, I don't mean to curse, but I almost did. It was whack. It was whack. And then I went to my dad. Actually, shout out to my dad for this one. He found so this was actually before my and guys, I didn't cover everything because it's a lot. So, and we're already 15 minutes. I was about to make my debut, and because we hadn't gone to Vegas, and there's like so many things. And I went into the continuation school, and that continuation school was dope. It taught me so much. Shout out to Side Tech. So whoever's watching this, Side Tech, if you want to get your high school diploma, go get it from them. And man, it taught me a lot of stuff. Like I was like, but before that, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna do a story time on Side Tech, so that one's coming soon. But after the Pacific Hills, I had a lot of amateur fights. I mean, like after Pacific Hills, I didn't have a crazy amount. I only had 25. But I'm saying I had a crazy amount. Like I fought a lot. Like that was what I was trying to pursue. So I was like, nah, I gotta keep on going. Like no matter what happens, I don't care. I'm not gonna give up in school or boxing. Like they want me to give up, and I was just mad. You get me? I was just mad, and I was like, nah, they ain't gonna stop me. So I kept going, and that's that. I'm gonna do a story time on Side Tech. It was an adult school where I got my high school diploma. It's really dope. If anyone wants to get their high school diploma, yeah. And also shout out to Teofimo because before when I was in the middle of Sci Tech, or before,